They just gave me a load with 1,000 miles on it that delivers Monday morning. It means this paycheck's gonna have 3,300 miles on it, which should be my biggest miles in a week in my entire career. Yep. Time to go to work. I'm actually a little bit excited about it because of the amount of miles I'm going to get this week. I'm not super excited to go to New York, but I'm not going to like New York City. And the final stop in Massachusetts says right on the thing that they have parking. So I can, today, we'll try to get somewhere out eastern Ohio, maybe western New York, or Pennsylvania. There's a little corner of Pennsylvania I'll be driving through. And I'm going to do a lot of night driving the next couple days, but you'll get a chance to see the East Coast during the daytime, I think, at some point. Yeah, I'll be driving during the daytime at some point. But I mean, there's not a whole lot to see on I-80 until you get to like PA. Like Ohio and all that's just kind of flat and straight. It's kind of the wrong time of the. It's kind of the wrong time of year to see anything pretty in New York. Anyway, it's pretty in the fall. Yeah, I'm going to have 3,500 miles this week, which isn't like the most I can do, but it's the most I've ever done. So that'll be neat. That is neat. Since I filled up my tanks yesterday before I went and delivered this at Tyson, I don't need to fill them up again. I am going to run over to the Blue Beacon on the other side of Rochelle, over there by the Petro. I just called. They only had 3 trucks in line, so I can get in and out of there within 45 minutes and get this thing washed out, just so I know it won't get rejected down at Tyson in Ottawa, because I'm really not sure where I'd get it washed out in Ottawa, and I know there's a Blue Beacon here. So go get this thing washed out, head over to Ottawa, Illinois, pick up this next load, haul that towards New York. Get some miles in today. I'm gonna try at least get 400 or 500 miles in, maybe more. Just depends on how things go. I'll do what I usually do, which is like the first 8 hours, it's just I'm winging it, and then wherever I stop to take my half-hour break, that's where I'll make a decision on where I'm going to end up. That's usually how I run it. I know which way I'm going. I'm going to be on I-80 all the way through up into like Pennsylvania, so there's really nothing to think about. I get on is it 39 here? Is it 39? Yeah, it's 39. I don't know why I second guessed that. Anyway, get on 39, go down to I-80, because I'm on 88 right now. Get over to Ottawa, get this load picked up, all back towards New York, after I get pushed out. That's the plan. trailer, but she's legal. I just got to try to get through Chicago without any major backups. I mean, it's pretty late, so I should get through there okay, but I mean, I've seen a traffic jam in Chicago at 2 in the morning, so it's never too late to get stuck in Chicago. But hopefully I can get through Chicago all right. Now really it's smooth sailing all the way out to New York, as long as I choose when I drive wisely and where I park. So I'm gonna try to get 400 or 500 miles in tonight. That'll leave me 300 or 400 miles out from Johnstown, New York. Delivers there the day after tomorrow, about 6 a.m. And then the next morning down in Massachusetts, I can't remember the name of the town, but it's not Boston, so should be fine. It's like Hattiesburg or something like that. I don't know. Somewhere in Massachusetts. It's not a very big state, so. But I just need to sit here for a half an hour. I'm gonna try to get into Youngstown, maybe. I'm gonna try to run out my hours today, because best case scenario, I get delivered in Johnstown. Anyway, I get delivered in New York and have enough time to get down to the place I'm going in Massachusetts. Andover, Mass, and then Johnstown, New York. Anyway, let me see if I can figure out where I'm going to try to get to today. I think I can make it to Ripley, New York. It's just on the other side of the Pennsylvania, because I-90 goes up when you leave Cleveland. It kind of cuts through a sliver of Pennsylvania and then into New York. There's a new Love's there in Ripley, New York. I'm going to try to make it there tonight, by the morning, and then that'll put me, what, 5.5, 6 hours away from Johnstown. So I can get there, get delivered, hopefully turn around and get either all the way to, Andover, or at least most of the way to Andover. My system says that there's parking there in Andover, so at the receiver. So if I can get there a day early and wait to deliver, and that way when I get delivered I'll have all my hours and I can get the hell out of there. No Rain-X, and I now don't have my boy with me, but they had this on sale, and he'll love it when I get back to him. He'll destroy it in 30 seconds, but he'll love it. He likes the ducks. He thinks he's a retriever. Anyway, sit here for another 19 minutes. Whoever made this law ought to be at least have some lemon or lime squirted in his eyeball. I mean, it's the dumbest thing. Sit here for 30 minutes. I've never met a single truck driver who's like, yeah, man, I'm so glad that they passed that 30-minute law. That every 8 hours, I gotta have a half-hour break for some reason, because some bureaucrat said that had to happen. that dipshit that I just passed, I don't know how good you can tell because I was on like the night version of Hyperlapse. You know, you can only go about 68, 70 mile an hour zone. Some bitch is running right down the middle of the highway. You know, there's 3 lanes. Anyway, somebody else bitching about the same thing going the other way. Running down the center lane. You know, every now and then, it's Ohio. There's construction zones. They're not very long, but they're 50 mile an hour. I slow down to 50. You know, he blows by me going 65 through a 50 mile an hour work zone just to get in front of me and hang out in the middle lane again. I understand how the hell they get away with it. It's like, I don't know. It's the one thing, like, I absolutely will not do is speed through a work zone. It's like not only double the fines, but double the CSA points. It's a huge problem for you. But these dudes just don't give a shit. Hell, that work zone, trucks are only supposed to be in the right lane. He passed me in the left lane, going 65 into 50. And then when we get back into the 3 lane, he hangs out in the center lane. It's a dipshit. I didn't see this love on the map earlier. It's like 15 miles before. And the way station's open at the moment, and I don't feel like dealing with them. If I can shut down early, and they'll probably be closed tonight. And my butt's starting to hurt. I need my cushion back. I didn't take it up here with me because I wasn't thinking. I get a sciatic nerve pain if I don't have it, and it's the purple pillow thing, it's the squishy, and I could buy another one, but they're like $50 freaking a piece, and I already own one. And if I could just hold on, if it gets too bad in the next week or so and I'm still not getting through the house, then I'll have to buy another one, because it'll get to the point where I can't walk. Like, I'll be limping because the shoots down my left leg and makes everything stiff. And anyway, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna edit the previous video that I haven't gotten to yet, because I'm 2 videos behind. Go to sleep. Figure out what time I'm leaving. I don't know any of that yet. I haven't thought about it. No reason for that dude to be parked in the truck stop parking lot. Hell, they have bobtail parking over here. He's parked in a full-size lot. Shit just gets on my nerves, man. They can park anywhere. We can't. We'll fill up tanks and then head on down to Johnstown. I've never been to that Walmart facility, so we'll see how they are. It's like a roll of the dice with Walmart. Like, most of them are pretty good about getting you in and out these days. They used to not be, but a couple of years ago. Let's try to stop doing that. Stop letting you guys hear the beep. It's just a habit, Just hit the thing and then put the seatbelt on. Do it the other way, it doesn't beep at you. But yeah, a couple years ago they had a real big push because they were paying so much in detention pay. They had a big push, and they made a deal with a lot of the shippers to extend the detention from 2 hours to 3 hours, and then they would do better about not keeping this for more than 3 hours. While that's not a perfect solution, I haven't sat at a Walmart for 6 hours in over 2 years, so happy with that. It's better than sitting there for 6 hours, even if you do get detention pay. There, that guy. No business parking in the parking lot, or in the truck stop parking lot. There's no need for it. There's plenty of places for that guy to park. Even if he'd have just parked in the bobtail parking where they have it special here. See, lot right there, it's empty. It's special just for bobtails. Park there where you're not taking up a whole spot. Because I don't know, maybe this place will fill up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and somebody's going to come in looking for a place to park and that guy's going to be in one of the last truck stop parking lot, or truck parking spaces. Anyway, hitting the road. I wasn't paying enough attention to my hours. I have enough time to get to Johnstown, but I do not have enough time to get down to Andover on what hours I have. Which is why it's good it doesn't deliver till tomorrow morning, because I won't get hours back until midnight tonight, and I'm only going to have about 2 hours left on my clock. It's about a 4-hour drive. So when I get done in Johnstown, I just got to find somewhere to park and shut down until around midnight tomorrow, which is fine. I was hoping to get down there and get my hours back so when I got empty, I could go pick up another load and get the hell out of the East Coast. Again, no offense to the East Coast, it's just not the greatest place to be for trucking because of parking and crowded highways, and it's just, there's a lot more risk out here on the road. Like when you're out west and, you know, there's 10,000 trucks on the road stretched over, you know, 1,000 miles, you don't hardly have to deal with crowding issues. When you're in the East Coast, there's 10,000 trucks within 150 miles. There's a lot more problems with parking and, you know, stuff like that. So I should be able to find a place to park today, even though it's a weekend. I'm going to be done at Johnstown's somewhere around 6 or 7, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. So from there, I just got to head south towards Mass and find somewhere to park within 2 hours of Johnstown. I haven't looked yet. Maybe there's somewhere in Johnstown I can find a park, or Albany. I haven't spent a lot of time in upstate New York. Hell, it's been probably 5 years since I've even been across the state line into New York. So, then I've only been there maybe 3 times. I've only been into New York like 3 times. So I'll have to figure out where I'm going to go from here. But I got about 2 hours left once I get to Johnstown at about 3 hours. Running a little bit early. It's like 5 miles down the road. Appointment's at 5:20. I can't show up until 4:20. So I'm going to go use the bathroom, stretch my legs, and then head over there. Looking over the bills, I think these guys are literally getting 1 pallet. Yeah, it's not even a full pallet, it's 35 boxes. Anyway, you shouldn't be here long if it's one pallet, but who knows? If you'll ever let me in the gate, waiting in line. I'd like to believe that these guys will be reasonable and see that I've got one pallet, unload me and get me out of here. It won't happen that way. They'll get to it when they get to it, and I'll wait. I've been sitting here all the time. They haven't touched the damn thing. I'm resisting the urge to go in there because I've seen many drivers confront Walmart and it's just like talking to a wall. It was one pallet. I'm gonna ask them if I can unload the damn thing. I have to keep the phone down. I'll just show them a bunch of I'm recording. Hi, I'm in 132. I was wondering if maybe I could just unload the thing. I only have one pallet coming off here.
Okay, it might not make the tagging any faster, so we still have to tag it and bill it. What door?
132. I offered to unload it. The guy came back. I guess he read the bills on the way up back and said, when he got there, it's like, well, I can go unload it for you real quick. But the lady at the desk says, well, that won't necessarily mean it'll get through the system any quicker. Like, okay. So in other words, just go sit back in my truck and wait. Nothing I can do to speed this up. It's like, I'm not trying to be an ass, but man, it's one pallet. I've been sitting here for 2 hours for one pallet. It seems like a joke. Like, well, we can't tell that it's one pallet. It's like, well, it's right there on the bills. I told you when I got here that it was one pallet. So yeah, but we go by who comes here first. This bro's losing some antifreeze. Yeah, a Red Bull of fluid coming out from under your truck. So I'd let you know. Huh? Stopped and told the douchebag. Jesus. I don't know. Should I tell this guy he's got a whole ass thing in this tire? We usually just go around talking to guys, but Jesus. Think you're turning the tire? I can show you. It's on the other side here. It's a whole ass grinder wheel.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Stick it in.
Yeah, it's not going to come out. You've been driving on it for a while.
Really tired now.
I At least there's a TA up the road.
Oh, yeah, it's just a 4 mile road.
Yeah. I thought I'd let you know.
Thank you, boss.
No problem. Just a whole ass good Samaritan today. At least he was receptive and wanted to see it. The other guy didn't even want to get out of his truck. Look, oh, okay. I guess I'll look at it later. Oh, okay, fine. It's just the coolant in your engine, you know. Don't pay no attention. It's a pool of antifreeze coming out from under his truck. Guess it doesn't matter. That dim light has still not turned red. I usually am pretty patient with this ship, but it's like with one pallet, it's like I expect a reasonable amount of time, man. 2.5 hours for one pallet is way overkill. Oh, maybe they did unload it. It's buzzing. Well, maybe he was unloading it when I was talking to that dude about his tire, so they're done with it. Awesome. I'm glad I went and talked to him because it might have been another hour or two before they got to it. One pallet, 35 boxes. That should take like 2 minutes. I told him, what else am I going to do? I'm just trying to be a good Samaritan trucker out here. Sorry if you felt like I was rushing you guys. I just card check. Sorry if I was rushing you guys earlier.
Oh, no, it's fine. Red packet to the gate, you are all set.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. A little politeness and maybe some, false humility, even though it's like I really am not that sorry that I was rushing them. I'm actually glad I went and said something because it got done pretty quickly. But it doesn't hurt to be nice to the people. I was polite about it to begin with. I offered to do the work. They realized that they maybe shouldn't have taken 2 hours for one pallet, got it done. So. That's saying something. So at least I've been to a lot of Walmarts that would have just said, wait in your truck, it'll get done when it gets done. This thing hooked up. We'll find somewhere to park. There should be somewhere to park over at those truck stops now. Because I only have a little over 2 hours on my clock. No sense in getting down the road and trying to find somewhere else. Racetrack. You can't see it because of the damn walls. There's a dirt track on the other side of that fence. Right, there's an opening. Yeah, circle dirt track. I don't know about you, but if you're not from New York, how do you picture New York? Because, you know, I've been here a couple of times now, so I'm kind of used to it. Oh. The first time I came to New York, I wasn't expecting, you know, there's not really a beach there. Alright, come look. Too bad I don't have a fishing pole or a fishing license. Or some of those. Should have waved him down like, dude, I got all day here. Should take me out and see some countryside of New York. I'm a country boy, just from a different part of the country. Go ride your four-wheelers with me. Hell, I'll even put gas in them. I'm gonna be stuck here at this truck stop all day. It's Sunday too, so everything in this town is closed because it is a church town. That road I went down had like 5 churches on it. Everything's closed. I was looking at everything on the way back over here. There wasn't a single open sign on. So truck stops are open. That's where I'm at today. It's a cute little town. I was just sitting here smelling like, it smells like honeysuckle. Oh yeah, that's why. Because there is flowers. These honeysuckle? They look like honeysuckle. Yeah. No. You're not honeysuckle. It smells like vanilla. We'll call that liar honeysuckle. I don't know what it actually is called, but it smells like honeysuckle. Kind of looks like honeysuckle. They have honeysuckle in New York? I don't know. It's a cute little town. Too bad I can't do anything. Sit around here all day. Whatever.